Welcome to the Mindset Mentor segment on today's Smart Chiropractor show. Today we're going to talk about memberships and subscriptions. You probably see them everywhere, but in your practice. And Jason, this is such an important topic that we've been talking about and teasing into the last few months. We'll be talking a lot more about it in the coming months. And for the docs out there that are curious on that lead-in, memberships, subscriptions, my practice, I think everybody sees them out there. They probably realize that there might be a hole in their bucket, but why do docs need to pay attention to this exceedingly important topic?
You know, every segment we do this Mindset Mentor conversation. Sometimes we're going to talk about mentors who help us understand how to develop a mindset of positivity, of creation, of, really understanding that we are in control of our lives and we're not victims to our environment. And in today's segment, Jeff and I are going to take the liberty of being our own mentors and being your mentor, because what we're going to talk about this week is a mindset for your business. You say, what are you talking about? What do you mean a mindset for my business? Well, we believe that after many, many decades of chiropractors really practicing in pretty much the same business model, and I'll say the same business model, meaning two business models that are both similar in concept, meaning they're transactional fee for service models that you have, whether somebody pays out of pocket or whether you charge an insurance company and then get reimbursed at some point in the future. You are charging and receiving money on a per visit, per transaction basis. And what we're going to talk about today when it comes to mindset is adjusting how you've been thinking about that specific mindset, that specific business model all this time. Now, why? The reason why is because we've noticed two really significant things. Thing number one is that most chiropractors actually find themselves in monthly financial stress. Jeff and I, for decades, have been really working with the profession in a variety of different ways to help more chiropractors, help more people. And that oftentimes means that you get good at what we call teaching and inviting consistently. That means that you've got knowledge about why people should be receiving your services, not just chiropractic services, but your specific services with you as the chiropractor, which may and probably is different than other chiropractors providing services in your community. So it's not all the same. When we say chiropractic, go see a chiropractor, this is what chiropractic is. We may have the best of intentions when we say that, but the reality is, from the consumer, patient, person's point of view, that's just not exactly true. And the reason I say it's not exactly true is because you could walk into 10 different chiropractors' offices and have 10 different experiences. And we used to think that that was a problem. What we recognize now is that that's reality. And so the question is, why is it that so many chiropractors find themselves month after month after month consistently needing more new patients every single month? And as we've done everything we can to possibly inspire more chiropractors to think about teaching and inviting consistently, meaning building an audience, building a tribe, building a following of people that want to follow you, that learn to learn from you, that want to be connected to you as their trusted doctor. Many, 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 if not most chiropractors we talk to go, that's a great idea, but I need new patients now. So is this advertising? Is this going to get me new patients tomorrow and the next day when I need them? Or is this one of those longer term things that's good and sounds great and would be nice if I had enough new patients, if I wasn't financially stressed out? If I, as the chiropractor, wasn't so needy myself, I could afford to be generous and teach and invite others consistently. And that's really issue number one we found. Issue number two we found is that the world has changed. Look around. Look at what's going on in the world right now. These little devices and these social networks have revolutionized basically every business out there in some way, sometimes small, sometimes large. You don't see many travel agents anymore. You don't see many record stores anymore. You probably don't even take taxis much anymore. Why? Because the world has changed and business has changed. And so I guess I'll say weekly connection conversation about mentoring and mindset is understanding how do we put those two things together, and what do we need to do as a profession? What do you need to do as a chiropractor to reduce, maybe even eliminate your financial stress forever? Now, what does that mean, reduce your financial stress forever? It means that you no longer have to market for new patients, because plenty of people are coming to see you because they want to see you, not just because you've got a great discount, because, wow, that's a massage, a first visit, an adjustment, even a report of findings, all of that for less than $100. I mean, you got to be crazy not to take advantage of it. And still many don't. Imagine that. It's the best deal you can find. And yet still people struggle building a practice using these tactics. Now, the challenge with the tactics are this, and this is what happened to me. I'll just share my experience as I was in practice. And one of the reasons why I got out of practice lost its joy for me after many years, when I finally sort of recognized and realized that, what I signed up for as a chiropractor, the reason I became a chiropractor, became very different in day-to-day practice when it came time to running a business, to paying my bills, to making sure that I could pay the rent and my staff and all the insurances and student loans and all of the monthly recurring expenses it just took to keep the doors of my practice open. And we didn't have this opportunity back in the days when I was in practice, but we do have the opportunity now. And the only reason our profession isn't taking massive advantage of this opportunity is because of our mindset. So what we're going to talk about today, this has been one of those interesting things, memberships and subscriptions. Since Jeff and I have been researching the topic, we've actually written a book about the topic. We'll soon to be launching a training about the topic. But it's just a funny thing. If you understand how sort of quantum physics works, or maybe just what you might call coincidence, have you ever had that experience where you thought about buying a new car, for example? I'm looking for a blank particular kind of car, maybe even a particular kind of car in a particular color. And as soon as you've got that vision in your mind of what you are looking for, you notice that you see them all over town driving. You're like, wait, that's the car I'm talking about. Wait, that's the car I'm thinking about getting. I would look good in that car. And somehow, the same community you've been living in all this time, now your favorite car seems to be everywhere. Why? Because of your focus and your attention and intention. Well, that's what's been happening to me. And since we've been talking about memberships and subscriptions, wouldn't you know, I'm finding them everywhere. And so I just want to share a few of them with you here just this last week. I didn't even look for these. They came to me. They found me in my email and in my social media. And I'll just share just a few to give you a sense of how popular memberships and subscriptions are in the real world. And we're going to do everything we possibly can to convince you, to persuade you to adjust your mindset, to create your own membership, maybe even a membership and a subscription model for your practice. Why? Not because you need another thing to do, not because you need more confusing issues and you need more work to do. No, just the opposite. The model we're bringing to the profession, the mindset we are adjusting in most chiropractors who pay attention to what we're talking about, is that you should imagine your practice going from the first day of every month, when traditionally every practice goes back to zero in collections. Let me say, the hardest way to run a business, the hardest way to run a practice is probably the way you might be doing it right now. I'm just saying, that's just reality. A single doctor in a single office with transactional services that goes back to zero in collections every first of the month, so that you then have to start and build your collections to hopefully be able to cover your expenses and maybe be able to have some profit left over at the end. That is the most stressful way to run a practice, to run a business. You say, what are you talking about? What other way is there? The other way is what we call the Payday Practice. It is adopting the mindset of memberships and subscriptions. We'll get into detail of what that means in more detail, but the mindset is, what if the first of the month changed from zero in collections and turned into payday? Payday meaning you generate enough revenue on the first day of every month to cover your monthly expenses. Now, a lot of chiropractors say, the problem with this profession is that they don't teach you about business in chiropractic school. And if I only knew about business, I would be better at business. Well, I'm going to teach you what you need to know about business right here, right now. It's enough with the complaints, no more victimhood. It's not the school's fault. Here's what you need to know about business if you're a chiropractor. You ready? Here it goes. Every dollar you earn above your expenses is your profit. I'm going to say it again. Every dollar you earn above your expenses is your profit. Think about that for just a moment. Shouldn't the question be, how do I ensure I cover all my expenses as quickly as possible and as automatic as possible so that I can profit as much as possible? Yes, that is the way we should be thinking about it. And the answer to that question is by creating memberships and subscriptions for your favorite products that people are probably already buying anyway. By having those people buy the products they're buying from you instead of Amazon, Target, Costco, anywhere else they might be buying them, but buying your favorite products from you that they're already buying anyway, and joining a membership program for the services they're already coming in for or should be coming in for proactively. By creating what we call a second front door in your practice, you are able to model after some of the most successful companies on the planet. For example, just this week, I got an email from Amazon. You've heard of it. Pretty successful company, one of the most successful companies for years now. And wouldn't you know it, they're suggesting that I subscribe to receive a different box every month of something that I'm interested in, something that I follow, that I care about, whether it's tea or candles or T-shirts or whatever it may be. If I'm a buyer of a particular type of product, it's probably likely I might be buying that product over and over and over again. And it's actually a convenience for me to have it automatically shipped to my home every single month, automatically. I say thank you. That's a great thing. But guess what it is? It's great business for Amazon. It's great business for any business that has a recurring product or service. We'll get into details of what I mean. What I want to stay with here today is the mindset of what would it be like if you could generate all or even a portion of the recurring revenue you need to cover your monthly recurring expenses each and every month so that eventually you can practice financially stress-free. So I got one from Amazon this week. I got another one from Adidas. My son bought some sneakers a couple months ago, I think it was. I bought them for him. And next thing you know, I'm getting emails from Adidas keeping in touch with me. Are you sending emails to keep in touch with your people? I don't mean sales emails. I mean keep in touch with people. Well, Adidas did it to me. And wouldn't you know, they invited me to become part of their new Addy Club. That membership has its privileges. And if I identify with being an Adidas wearer, maybe I'd want to be part of the Adidas tribe. Well, I didn't join, but I did get inspired about their membership. Well, speaking of my son and sneakers, and that's what sneakerheads do these days, I got another email as well, because he's not buying it yet for himself, from a thing called the Retro Sneaker Club. So the Retro Sneaker Club is exactly what it sounds like. Retro sneakers, usually Nike Air Forces or Air Jordans or something like that, a different color, a different colorway as they call it, with a bunch of different other things that any sneakerhead would love. Go to the site and buy it when you feel like it? Absolutely not. Get it shipped to you each and every month. There's even 3 or 4 different options for Retro Sneaker Club memberships I could choose from. memberships and subscriptions. We're going to keep repeating it over and over. And the last one I got that may be most relevant to what we're talking about here is a new company called Restore Hyper Wellness, or Restore Wellness. And their membership is called a Hyper Wellness Program. So this is a wellness facility. This one happens to be in La Jolla. When I was out visiting and a friend of mine mentioned it, I said, let me go check out their membership. Let me see what's up. Next thing you know, I'm getting emails, I'm getting texts, I'm in there seeing their social media posts and so on. And what do they want me to do? They want me to be proactive, get well, and stay well. Well, how do they do it? If I join the monthly membership program, I've got access to a variety of different health enhancing services, whether it's sauna or hyperbaric or a whole variety of different services they have available that if I'm interested in staying healthy proactively, I should be going to their place each and every month. Should I go when I feel like it? Should I go and pay top dollar? Or should I join their membership so that I actually take advantage and go to the place I should be going anyway? Just think about it. If you are a member of any type of fitness club, country club, health club, somewhere you go that you're already a member, why do you do it? You do it because you want to be connected to their social connection. You do it because you actually know you want the outcome. And when you join, you're more incentivized to go and get the outcome. Think about it. If you had to pay each time you went to the gym, as opposed to paying monthly, knowing I better take advantage and get my money's worth for what I'm paying, most of you probably wouldn't go to the gym as much as you do now if you had to pay each time you went. And that mindset and mindset applies to chiropractors and chiropractic patients, clients, or members as well. Many people wait and figure out that they'll come in when they feel about $50 worth of pain. Do you get it? That they wait until it hurts enough that the cost per transaction is about equal. That's how they think. So what if you created a membership we will call a proactive membership so that people who want to be proactive with their health have an opportunity to say, yes, I'm in. Each and every month, charge my credit card because I want to come in. I understand the value. I understand the benefits. I want the best price available that you can give me. And I want you to go ahead, charge my card each and every month. The first of the month is fine. And I will be in for at least one visit. If you feel it should be more, then make your membership however is philosophically aligned with your ethics. But this is the new way for chiropractors to be able to eliminate their financial stress forever. And what Jeff and I are going to be bringing in the days, weeks, months, and I'll even say years to come is a brand new model for how chiropractors, or maybe I'll say smart chiropractors, can implement a variety of different memberships and subscriptions. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. It is a process for you to go through to figure out, what are my goals short-term? What are my goals long-term? How much do I need to earn each and every month to not feel financially stressed out? And how do I build the right combination of memberships and subscriptions? Subscriptions, for example, for supplements, like I mentioned, 50% of your practice, maybe more, is already buying supplements from somewhere, some way, each and every month. Why aren't they buying them from you? And let me be clear. I'm not talking about the treatment type of supplements. I'm not saying if you've got this problem, take this supplement. I'm not getting into the treatment model. I'm talking about proactive health. I'm talking about the supplements like daily multivitamins, daily greens, omegas, vitamin D, the things we refer to as everybody, everyday supplements, the things everybody should be taking, that they're buying from other places that they ask you about. Why aren't they buying that from you? Why aren't you offering it? And if you're not, there's probably a lot of reasons I'm very familiar with. You're not sure it fits with your ethics. You're not sure if it's aligned with your philosophy. It's a hassle. You're not sure if you can profit from doing it. And of course, you certainly can make more money having another person come in for an adjustment or getting a new patient than dealing with the hassles of selling supplements. Until now. Jeff and I have developed a program we'll be sharing with you, but when we share the Payday Practice, called the Smart Care Store and Basis Health Supplements that are all based on helping chiropractors build membership programs and subscription programs. Why? So that you can reduce and eliminate your financial stress forever. Memberships and subscriptions are everywhere except your practice. And Jeff and I, in the days, weeks, and months to come, are going to invite you to join us on this new journey to understand how do you reduce, eventually eliminate your financial stress forever. Why? Because I guarantee you, you will be a better chiropractor when money is not an issue. I guarantee you, you'll be a better husband or wife, a better father, mother, daughter, son. You will be a better human being when you're not stressed out about finances. Maybe most importantly, you'll actually like and appreciate, maybe I'll dare say respect yourself at a higher level when you don't always have that internal dialogue about why you can be so good at what you do and yet still stress for the money. That's what happened to me in practice. It's why I actually retired from practice to move into what I was doing. Practice lost its joy for me when it kept becoming about the money, about the business, about needing more new patients every single month. It just lost its fun and its joy. Maybe you find yourself in that situation as well. What Jeff and I have put together and what we're going to be launching in the near future, what we're sharing with you here today with the Payday Practice, is all about solving your financial stress so you can be the person, the human being, the chiropractor that you can be most proud of and most excited to be. Jeff, we've been talking about this idea for a while. We've been looking at other types of membership programs, subscription programs, what supplements are out there, who's doing it, and no one is doing it for the chiropractic profession. I'm excited. I know you're excited. What are your thoughts on what you think chiros need to know to make this adjustment in their mind to make the shift to reduce their financial stress forever?
Jason, I'd say the biggest piece of advice that I would have is stay tuned, because we're going to have a lot of great stuff coming out that really will help docs along that process. Keep staying tuned to Mindset Mentor segment on Smart Chiropractor Show. Stay tuned to your email. See what's up. See what other companies, big businesses, small businesses, businesses that are in your community, that are global brands, see what they're up to, because that starts to inform what's possible for you and your practice. And in just a couple weeks, we'll have the Payday Practice out there, which will really be that book and take you through everything step A through Z. So this is a huge passion project of Jason and myself, because we believe that too many chiropractors out there are shortchanging their patients and shortchanging their long-term financial future by really having 99.9999% of their revenue fee for service. We don't want you to change being a chiropractor by any stretch of the imagination. What we'd love to see you do, as Jason eloquently described, is reduce that stress, increase that revenue, and really, expedite or lift up your patient experience. And we believe one of the best ways to do that is through recurring products and services that help people get more out of what you can provide, while also helping them live the highest quality of life possible. So stay tuned. Get excited. If you want to do a little homework, that's a scary word there, check out what other companies are doing, because there's some great models already out there, and we believe that we've refined a couple that'll be really, really nice for you and your practice. So Jason, great kickoff with the Mindset Mentor on today's Smart Chiropractor Show. Thank you so much for watching this video on the Smart Chiropractor. To not miss a single thing that's clinically oriented, marketing oriented, or more, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel today.